In today's video, we compare Bosch Sanders versus Festool Sanders. For a long time, and with good reason, Festool has been regarded as the ultimate when it comes to sanding. But for half the price, can you achieve the same results by going with Bosch? In this video, we compare the sanders head to head. We're gonna be testing for vibration, sanding quality, and how fast they remove material. Hopefully, this video helps you determine which sander is right for you. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more real woodworking content. This is Tony with TNT Industries. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be sanding these two waterfall epoxy tables. And to get a nice side-by-side comparison, we're going to be sanding with one set of sanders on the top and the other set of sanders on the waterfall edge here. And that'll be on both of these tables. So Festool will be on the top, Bosch will be on the side. Bosch will be on the top, Festool will be on the side. And you kind of get the idea. One thing that we're looking for with all of these sanders is vibration control and sanding quality, right? Does it leave swirl marks? Is it easy to manage? Could you work this sander for hours and not get tired or hurt? And to keep the test as fair as possible, we're gonna mark pencil across the whole top between each grit, right? So, as you can see there, that is how we mark the pencil. Now we're gonna be doing this between every grit, like I said. For this head-to-head challenge, we're using 3M Cubitron Extract number 2. We're gonna be going from 80 grit all the way to 320 grit.
First up, we will be comparing the Festool RO150 FEQ Plus to the Bosch GET 75-6N. Both of these sanders feature a turbo mode that turns your sander into a rotary, which we will cover later in the video. But when it comes to regular sanding, they are almost exactly the same. Both sanders took about the same amount of time to get through 4 grit changes and produced a high quality finish. I also didn't notice a difference in the dust extraction. What I did notice is that the Rotex was smoother and quieter, but not by much in this test. To check for sanding quality, we applied a single coat of atomic wax with a buffer. This made all the details, even the bad ones, stand out. I couldn't see any differences, and neither sander produced swirl marks. In order to reset the playing field for the next two machines, I sanded off the finish of both tables with 80 grit using a Festool ETS 150 EQ.
Now I'll be performing the same test comparing these two sanders. On this side, we have the Festool ETS EC 125 with a 3mm stroke. And then on this side, we have the Bosch GEX 34-X, and this one has a 5mm stroke.
Before you tell me, I understand why this isn't a direct comparison. But we have used the 6-inch version of this Festool in the past, and it performs just about the same as this 5-inch version that we are using in the video. Plus, both the 5-inch ETS and the 6-inch ETS sport the same 400-watt motor. I hear you can just bolt a 6-inch pad on the 5-inch model of the ETS to save some money. The Bosch finished 5 minutes before the Festool, and I think that's a big enough difference to say that it's faster. However, I'm sure that the 6-inch Festool would have performed about the same as the Bosch. As a longtime Festool user, I came into this thinking that Festool would take the cake. But to my surprise, the Bosch GEX 34 vibrated less than any of the sanders in this competition. I will get into the side-by-side slow-mos later into the video. Again, I didn't notice a difference in dust collection or sanding quality. Both tables came out beautiful once more. Can you see the difference?
Which one, where did I use the Festool, where did I use the Bosch? Or which one looks better to you first, actually? Now, no, I used one sander on like this part. So it's like, I either use the Bosch or the Festool here, the Bosch or the Festool here, and then I use the opposite one here and here.
Okay. From afar, they look consistent.
Take a close gander at her, dude. No, dude, you eye her up like you bought it.
Oh, there we go.
Go ahead, take a close look.
Well,
Take a close look, you know.
Ooh, okay. This one, the wood is actually glossed enough where I can see the reflection as much as in the epoxy. This one I can't. I would probably say this one's better finished.
What about up here?
All right, I gotta get the same perspective. This one's actually glossy
Right.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can tell a difference then.
But I mean, that's such a hard tell right there, dude.
All right, so the next head-to-head challenge I want to do is the Bosch GEX 18V-5 versus the Festool ETS EC 125 with the 3-stroke.
Well, it wasn't even close in the speed department. Cordless sanders still have a long way to go before they can actually be used for real work. The Bosch took 37 minutes, while the Festool only took 24 minutes. On top of that, it was a pain using this thing because of how underpowered it is. It always wanted to pull away, and it vibrated so much I almost threw it in the fire. So before I sand that leg of this table, I wanted to show you what the battery was at. So you still have 2 out of 5 bars after sanding that surface. When it comes to sanding quality, there's certainly a difference, but only trained eyes will be able to see it. Now let's do some side-by-side, slow motion to see the vibration and pull of each sander. To conclude this video, I wanted to give you my opinion as a full-time woodworker. TNT specializes in tables and countertops, so most of our sanding is flat work, but we do a lot of other projects too. Let's start with some obvious ones. The battery-powered sander still doesn't really cut the mustard. When it comes to comparing the Rotex versus the Bosch GET 75-6, the Rotex is better, right? But the Bosch gets the job done and it's pretty good. The Rotex outperforms when it comes to heavy material removal. Tyler and I did a test off camera where the Rotex and the Bosch both sanded hickory that was fresh out of a flattening CNC from Triple L. The Rotex was way more stable than the Bosch. However, they both got the job done pretty quick. So if you're just getting started, get the Bosch first, but ultimately the Rotex is going to be better. The sander I would recommend the most out of all of these is this one right here. This is the Bosch GEX 34-6, right? The reason I'd recommend this one is $250 and it barely vibrates, like almost nothing. It vibrates way less than Festool's ETS with a 3-stroke.
when we did the side by side, the Bosch was way more comfortable to use, both on flat work and on the side work. I know that this is a 5-inch and this is a 6-inch, so there's a little bit of a discrepancy in speed. However, this performed faster than both the Rotex and the Bosch version of the Rotex when it came to regular sanding. And it definitely outperformed this guy. So here's what we're gonna do. First, I wanna thank Tyler for letting us use his Festool sander for the video. And we're gonna return that one to him. We already have an RO, so we're gonna keep that. And we already have these two sanders, and we're not gonna sell them, even though that was the initial plan. These are gonna be our main two workhorses because they don't vibrate a lot and they sand really good and really fast. We're also gonna keep the Bosch GET 75 because if our Rotex breaks, we're definitely not buying another Rotex. We would buy one of these. Because if you're removing a lot of material, you probably need to use an electric hand planer. If you guys want to help support the channel, head over to our website where you can find our t-shirts, products we made like this double-sided charcuterie board, gloss and matte, and then if you're into glue-ups, our glue-up rack. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.